Okay.
Thank you.
I was wanting to do Debbie Friedman's Shalom Aleichem. In 2010, I had the experience to be able to study with her at Havana Shira. It was the last time she was at Havana Shira, and she had just written this. And it was so moving to bring in Shabbat and just like sitting on the floor next to Debbie, and she's singing, and the light just got darker and darker. This version of Shalom Aleichem, it is on page 24 of the Mishkan Tefillah, but it starts out with the chorus, and then it's Boachem LaShalom, and then the second verse is Barchuni, and then the third verse, she sings Shuvchem. So it might be a little different. It changes each time.
Shabbat Shalom.
Shabbat Shalom.
Will you just take a moment and arrive with me? The story of how Kabbalat Shabbat, this practice we have of singing psalms at the beginning of Shabbat, we receive it from the Ari, from Isaac Luria and Svat. I know I tell you the story about the apple orchard, not infrequently. This Isaac Luria went out and sat in an apple orchard. This is apocryphal, but let's just pretend for a minute. And watched the sunset as Shabbos came in. And he sat, and then he sang just 3 songs, 3 psalms, and then returned to his home and circled the Shabbos table singing the same songs. Now, when I learned the story, I think my attitude was like, oh, he was mystical like that. But feeling the way I'm feeling in this moment, which is having just arrived back from Texas, back to this wonderful place, also feeling like the building is different.
Yeah.
For the first time in 35 years, probably. also feeling that there are tremendous transitions, that Jace is becoming a rabbi this weekend in Boston. And Rabbi Stiefel is celebrating the end of her second term of Shir Tikva life. I should say Rabbi Stiefel and Davida are both celebrating this amazing and sweet and bittersweet, because we love you so much and we're so grateful. And so this chance to celebrate together, to honor, to come into presence with this moment that is unlike any moment. And that's just what's happening inside of my little multiverse. What about you? And that helps me understand perhaps what the Ari was doing. He was mystical like that. But he was also a human being living in a tremendous time of transition. And Shabbos comes around every 7 days, but every 7 days we are different. And the world is different. And we can move so fast, we can forget that. But I actually think Shabbos comes to us to say, stop moving. Feel it. Be with it. This afternoon, coming into preparing for Shabbat, I was sitting at the bedside of someone who was dying. And leaving the bedside, I got a call from someone whose husband is in detention. And this feeling of the world is constantly changing. Our lives are full of becoming and collapsing. And the miracle is getting to be together through it. And I'm just aware of the grief in this room, of the loss, and of the beauty, and of the possibility. And I think this is the Ari, who knows what was in his heart when he decided to sing psalms in an apple orchard at sunset. But we've received this spiritual technology to say, hang on a second, don't move so fast. And then start singing, which is to stay, start breathing more intentionally, and make some noise about it. Let's move through this time together. So, Rabbi Stiefel, I am so grateful you're here. We are so grateful you're here, not just this evening, but also that you're here in community and have been for over a decade in a really powerful and tremendous way. And Davida will be thanking you throughout this weekend. But we are so lucky. We are so lucky. And I just want to offer this service and this weekend and this season in the spirit of pausing so we can integrate and keep living in this unbelievable project together. So my invitation, again, not shocking, is if you're sitting and you have rows of chairs in front of you, come closer. If you can see that there are chairs in front of you, hi. Not fair, I should never make eye contact, I'm sorry. Because this feeling of drawing together, of singing together, is one of the gifts we get to give each other. And if you like where you are, stay exactly where you are. And how lucky we are to be led in song and in prayer by Rachel and Mindy. What a gift it is. So are you ready? 40 minutes later? So how about this? Yeah, I think we do want to sing a little bit more. I am going to invite us to start with L'chun Ranana, and I will be right back. Page 12, please.
Chunaranana Ladonai Naria Litzu Yishenu Nekadma Fanav Bitoda Bizmirot Naria Lo. Let us praise Adonai, creator of mountains, the depths of the sea and the land. Sing praises to God, whose power is all around us. Come sing with joy to God. Come sing with joy to God.
We'll turn together to page 13, and forgive me as we are so grateful to have Ethan and Dan in our AV booth right now, and there's also some streaming challenges, so I am doing some front of room triage, but I'm so grateful for these prayers, and I am so grateful that I'm thankful for the patience and the tenacity of both our Makom Minion and all of the people who have been coming through to try to drive our AV system. So thank you as we learn in public. Here we go, page 13.
Shir Ladonai, Shir Chadash, Shir Ladonai, Kol Haaretz, Shir Ladonai, Baruch Hu Shemo, Basru Miyom Leyom, Yeshuato, Shir Ladonai, Shir Chadash, Shir Ladonai, Kol Haaretz, Shir Ladonai, Baruch Hu Shemo, Basru Miyom Leyom, Yeshuato, Shiru, Shiru Ladonai, Shiru, Shiru Ladonai, Shiru, Shiru Ladonai, Kol Haaretz, Shiru, Shiru Ladonai, Shiru, Shiru Ladonai, Shiru, Shiru Ladonai, Kol Haaretz, Shiru Ladonai, Shir Chadash, Shiru Ladonai, Kol Haaretz, Shiru Ladonai, Baruch Hu Shemo, Basru Miyom Leyom, Yeshuato.
We'll turn together to page 17.
Romemu Adonai Eloheinu ve'yishachavu lehar kodsho. Romemu Adonai Eloheinu ve'yishachavu lehar kodsho. Ki kadosh Adonai Eloheinu romemu. Ki kadosh Adonai Eloheinu romemu. Romemu Adonai Eloheinu ve'yishtachavu lehar kodsho. Romemu Adonai Eloheinu ve'yishtachavu lehar kodsho. Ki kadosh Adonai Eloheinu romemu. Ki
together to our...
Rabbi?
Yes.
We
I'm-
didn't light
I know.
candle.
We're going to do it
Oh,
before
I'm
the
sorry.
Chali. I'm settling in. You're
Okay.
settling in. And the good news is it doesn't get dark till so late.
Oh, okay.
We have a spaciousness about us, people. We
I
are
was
sitting,
just
we're dwelling in the
confused.
orchard. This is the thing. I have a secret to tell you. This outline, modernity made it up. Shabbos, invented by God at creation. I'm going with the older one tonight.
Okay.
Oh my gosh. Where
Go
else-
for
where else
it.
are we gonna go?
We got a
So,
minion.
Let's turn together to the blue sheet. But thank you for keeping me honest.
Yeah, I did. Just
Number 1, Ana Bechoa.
for you people into fire. Okay, let's see. Yeah. Ana b'koach gedulat yemincha tatir zerura kabel rinat amchas sagvenu taharenu Nora Ana b'koach gedulat yemicha tatir zerura kabel rinat amcha sagvenu taharenu Nora ay 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 oh ay 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 oh ay 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 oh ay 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 oh ay 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 oh ay 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 oh I believe in solid ground, till I saw the earth in motion, in the wind of steady change, and in the ever rolling ocean. Ana b'koach gedulat yemincha tatir zerura kabel rinat amcha sagvenu taharenu Nora.
We'll turn together to page 20. We'll get ready to welcome Shabbat with Lecha Dodi. It's the custom in our community when we come to the 9th verse to rise in body, to root in spirit, and if you wish, to go out onto 50th Street or wherever you are to open your window or your door to greet Shabbat. This piyut, this poem, is all about getting moving. There are so many active verbs in Lecha Dodi. There's so many verbs that are like, get up, shake it up, hurry. Like, not in a sort of anxious, I'm just, not in an anxious way, but in a way of like, let's remember we have work to do, and that work actually flows through us, flows through our bodies into the world. And so I just want to invite us to find that movement, right? To find that way of expressing our eagerness for justice, our commitment to be in the flow of collective action, our yearning to be part of this fabric of all creation, not just with our brains, which is great to imagine, but let that awareness, let that yearning, that desire, that impatience suffuse our whole bodies and shift the way we hold space. Let's turn to page 20.
Lecha dodi likrat kala, likrat kala, p'nei Shabbat nikabela, nikabela. Lecha dodi likrat kala, p'nei Shabbat nikabela. Shamor v'zachor b'dibur echad, Hishmianu el hamyuchad, Adonai echad u'shemo echad, L'shem u'tiferet v'litila. Lecha dodi likrat kala, likrat kala, p'nei Shabbat nikabela, nikabela. Lecha dodi likrat kala, p'nei Shabbat nikabela. Likrat Shabbat lechu v'nelcha, ki hi mekor habracha. Merosh mekedem nesucha, sof ma'aseh b'machshava tila. Lecha dodi likrat kala, likrat kala, p'nei Shabbat nikabela, nikabela. Lecha dodi likrat kala, p'nei Shabbat nikabela. Mikdash melech, ir melucha, kumisi mitoch ahavecha. Rav lach shevet be'emet habecha, v'hu yachamol alayich chemla. Lecha dodi likrat kala, likrat kala, p'nei Shabbat nikabela, nikabela. Lecha dodi likrat kala, p'nei Shabbat nikabela. Hitna avri me'afar kumim, lifshi bigdei tifartechamim, al yad ben Yishai beit hamlachmim, kol ha'el nafshi ge'ala. Lecha dodi likrat kala, likrat kala, p'nei Shabbat nikabela, Kiva oret kumi uri. Uri, shir daberi. Kevod Adonai alayich nigla. Oh, where did my little people go? Okay, there we go. Lechadodi likrakala pene Shabbat nekabela. Lechadodi likrakala pene Shabbat nekabela. Lo tevoshi velo kikami mati chachaki umatehemi bachezu ani me'amin miniteta iratila lechadodi likrakala pene Shabbat nekabela. Lechadodi likrakala pene Shabbat nekabela. V'haivliso shosayich v'rakuko mevalayich yasis alayich Elohayich kimsos katan al katan. Lechadodi likrakala pene Shabbat nekabela. Lechadodi likrakala pene Shabbat nekabela. Yaminu smol tifrotzi vet Adonai taharitzi al yarish ben partzi ben ismecha ben agila. Lechadodi likrakala pene Shabbat nekabela. Lechadodi likrakala pene Shabbat nekabela. Boi v'shalom ateret b'halaha gam b'simcha u'v'tzola kochamnei am segula. Boi chala, boi chala. Lechadodi likrakala pene Shabbat nekabela. Lechadodi likrakala pene Shabbat nekabela. Lai 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 Kala pene Shabbat nekabela. Lechadodi likrakala pene Shabbat nekabela. Lai 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 Kala pene Shabbat nekabela. Lechadodi likrakala pene Shabbat nekabela. Shabbat Shalom. Woo.
Whoa, hello, Shabbat Shalom. The red microphone is a little hot.
Very hot.
So it's my honor to get to invite up Bernie. No, it is on. Oh, ooh.
Okay.
Hello. I'm going to keep talking. Lucky for us, I'm just going to keep talking.
Just keep going.
We're gonna find where the right level is. This feels a little loud still to me. No? Now you're just learning my psychology. Bernie, would you come down, please? Would you come up, an aliyah, for your candlelight blessing? It's time. Rachel, you see, I remembered.
Very good. Thank you.
What a gift. What an honor to get to celebrate with Bernie as he turns 75.
Woo!
How lucky are we? Hello. When is your actual birthday? When is your birthday for real?
It's for real today.
It is for real his birthday right now.
Woo!
Just a little bit ago, I was 50.
Just don't blow out the candles.
It was just yesterday I was 50.
And I just love for us who celebrate birthdays only on Fridays, we're always quite tickled when it's really today. You know? So Bernie, would you do us the honor, please, of kindling the Shabbat lights? Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam asher kirishanu b'mitzvotav v'tzivanu lehadlik ner Shabbat Shalom. Now we'll sing, I get by with a little help from my friends. Right? So Bernie, what a gift to get to bless you on this day as you turn 75. And thinking about what blessing I wanted to give you, I found myself thinking about courage and about sustaining courage through vulnerability. A courage that is not necessarily loud, but can be. But the kind of courage that asks us to keep ourselves open to what it feels like to become more and more fully ourselves. I feel over these years, Bernie, of me getting to witness you in your growing and your rooting and your becoming, thank God, now at 75, ad 120, until 120, that you are modeling what it means to show up for justice and for our neighbors and for Alma. Hello, Alma. Oh, okay, great. Can you hold this 1 second? Okay, give me 1 second. I'm going to go faster. So you model what it means to show up for justice while staying really human. You care not just about what you say, but how you say it. Not just about being heard, but about making room for others to be heard also. And there is such integrity in the way that you wrestle with voice and power and your responsibility. And again, you keep choosing courage and you keep choosing solidarity. So may the years ahead bring strength for the work, companions for the journey, and moments of joy that remind you why you keep choosing this. And may you know how deeply you are loved. And may you continue to feel yourself planted deep in community and know that you are a blessing to your people exactly as you are at Ad 120 until 120. Mazal Tov. Mazal Tov, we're going to sing a joyful song as I run with Alma out of the room. Simin Tova, Mazel Tova, Mazel Tova, Simin Tova, Simin Tova, Mazel Tova, Mazel Tova, Simin Tova, Simin Tova, Mazel Tova, Mazel Tova, Simin Tova, Yehelanu, 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 Ulechol Yisrael, Yehelanu, Yehelanu, Ulechol Yisrael. We'll rise and root on page 28 for Baruch Hu, led by Rachel.
Let's see.
can be seated. We'll turn together to page 30. Reading words in English, in Hebrew. Paying attention to the movement between light and dark, realizing that we never get stuck. And we bless 6 lines from the bottom. Umavir yom umevi laila, umavdil ben yom uven laila, Adonai Sevaot Shemo, El Chai v'Kayam, Tamid Yimloch Aleinu leolam va'ed, Baruch Atah Adonai, Hamari v'Aravim. On page 32, we bless an everlasting, enduring, planetary, cosmic love. Ki hem chayenu ve'orech yameinu v'hem nege yomam v'layla ve'ahavatecha al tasir mimenu le'olamim Baruch atah Adonai ohev amo Yisrael. We rise and root on page 34. Shema Yisrael, Adonai Eloheinu, Adonai Echad, Baruch Shem Kevod Malchuto Leolam. You may be seated. We'll turn to page 37 and sing this interpretation of Ve'ahavta.
Love your God with every heartbeat, with every breath, with every conscious act. Keep in mind the words I command you today. Teach them to your children. Talk about them at work, whether you are tired or you are rested. Let them guide the work of your hands. Keep them from the forefront of your vision. Do not leave them at the doorway of your house or outside your gates. They are reminders to do all my mitzvot, so that you can be holy for God. Become your God. I am Adonai, your God. Adonai Elohechem. Amen.
We'll turn together to page 40.
Hey, I lie, lie, la, lie, la, 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 lie, I lie, lie, da, 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 da. Yeah, lie, lie, la, lie, la, 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 lie. Yeah, lie, 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 da, Tahilo to Sefele, Nora Tahilo Sefele, Malchut Chara Uvanecha, Bokei Yam Lifnei Moshe uMiriam, Ze'elianu ve'amru, Ze'elianu ve'amru, Adonai Yimloch le'olam va'ed, Adonai Yimloch le'olam va'ed. Yai lai lai, yai lai lai la lai la 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 lai, yai lai lai la lai la 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 lai, yai lai lai la lai la 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 lai, lai la lai lai, yai lai 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 lai.
ונאמר כי פדה אדוני את יעקב וגאה לו מיד חזק ממנו ברוך את אדוני גאל ישראל. We'll pray for peace, for protection on page 42.
Hashkivenu Adonai, Eloheinu l'shalom, v'hamidenu shomrenu l'chaim. Hashkivenu Adonai, Eloheinu l'shalom, v'hamidenu shomrenu l'chaim. Ufros aleinu sukat shlomecha, v'taknenu b'etzah tova milfanecha. Ufros aleinu sukat shlomecha, v'taknenu b'etzah tova milfanecha. Hashkivenu Adonai, Eloheinu l'shalom, v'hamidenu shomrenu l'chaim. Ufros aleinu sukat shlomecha, v'taknenu b'etzah tova milfanecha.
ברוך אתה אדוני הפורס סוכת שלום עלינו ועל כל עמו ישראל ועל כל יושבי תבל ועל ירושלים. We'll rise and we'll root on page 44.
La'asod et ha'shabbat le'dorotam berit olam, v'shameru b'nei Yisrael et ha'shabbat. La'asod et ha'shabbat le'dorotam berit olam. Oti le'olam, Oti le'olam, v'shamru b'nei Yisrael et ha'shabbat. La'asod et ha'shabbat le'dorotam
Liduratam Berit Olam. Fash Veshamru B'nei Israel Et HaShabbat Na'asot Et HaShabbat Liduratam Berit Olam.
We'll take this time now in quiet, beginning on page 46 and going all the way to page 62, giving ourselves a chance to daven from the Siddur, to daven the words of our hearts, to take a few honest moments in quiet. But we'll begin aloud with this kavanah found on page 46.
Adonai, Sifatai Tivta, Ufi Agi, Tehilatecha, Adonai, Sifatai Tivta, Ufi Agi, Tehilatecha. Say Shalom Bimroma, Hu Yaseh Shalom Aleinu, Ve'al Kol Yisrael, Ve'al Kol Yoshvei Tevel, Ve'imru Shalom Bimroma,
We'll pray for healing of body, for healing of spirit. We'll sing together on page 253. But before we sing, I want to invite us, please, to share names of people who are in need of healing. And we'll share their names aloud and hold their names in our hearts so we can really direct these prayers where they need to go. So tonight we're praying for
Flip Frisch.
Mi shebeirach avoteinu mikor haberacha leimotenu. May the source of strength who bless the ones before us help us find the courage to make our lives a blessing, and let us say Amen. Mi shebeirach imotenu mikor haberacha lavotenu. Bless those in need of healing with refuah shlema, the renewal of body, the renewal of spirit, and let us say Amen.
I wanted to add Petra Hall also.
So we have been extremely lucky to have an exceptionally wise and humble rabbi in our community for many, many years. And Shir Tikva was really lucky to have Rabbi Stiefel as our interim rabbi. No, I know. I was debating whether to call it nearly 20 years ago, right?
Yeah.
Like this is, which is amazing because 2008 sounds like it was very recently, but it was not.
Obama.
But right, it was a different world, and we were exceptionally lucky that in 2021, the turn of 2022, Rabbi Stiefel offered to come back. And I'll be telling that whole story tomorrow at the gala, so come to the gala. But what I want to say, just a small tribute to Rabbi Stiefel, because we'll get to do this a few times over this next month, much to her chagrin. And I hope also delight, is Rabbi Stiefel has been holding the neshama, has been tending to the spirit of this community, to the breath of this community in tremendous and focused and loving ways for so many years. And we are very lucky to get to welcome you in as a teacher of Torah tonight. The collective has not gotten to hear your words of Torah as much because you're really busy teaching Torah at Mayim Rabim, which is also really good. But we are so grateful to get to open our ears and hearts to your Torah tonight and to really get to celebrate you and celebrate with both of you as you make this transition. Yasher koach.
Thank you.
Yes. Would you? I think so people
Yeah.
can see you. Yeah. Here, I'll reformat your microphone.
Shabbat Shalom.
Good Shabbos. Oh, it is. It is.
it's
Trust the
on?
mic.
Okay. Thank you. We'll have more to say tomorrow night.
Ooh, there will be more to say.
I will have more to say. In this week's Torah portion, Naso, we encounter one of the most familiar passages in the Torah, Birkat Kohanim, the priestly blessing. May God bless you and protect you. May God's face shine upon you and be gracious to you. May God's face turn toward you and grant you peace. These ancient words carry extraordinary power. God commands the priests exactly how to bless the people, not approximately, not creatively, precisely. Thus shall you bless the children of Israel. And the commentators immediately ask, why so specific? Why prescribe the exact words? One answer suggests that the priests are not speaking for themselves, but on God's behalf. Blessing is not meant to originate in humans. God is the source of blessing, but pronouncing it is delegated to the priests. God entrusts the priests, and by extension all of us, with the sacred responsibility of relaying God's blessing into the world. Rabbi Shai Held writes, the Torah wants us to underscore the fact that the priests are not the source of blessing. They are rather its conduits. As the Bible scholar Jacob Milgram writes, the blessing issues solely from God. The priest's function is to channel it. This is driven home by the syntactically unnecessary repetition of God's name at the beginning of each line of the formula. These are actions that God and God alone will perform. To imagine that the priests are themselves the source of blessing, or to assume that they have some mysterious capacity to guarantee it, is to expose them to the ever-present danger of grandiosity. And worse, it is to open the door to exploitation of the weak and vulnerable by those believed to have magic powers at their disposal. There is a paradox here. The Torah gives the priests an exact script for blessing the people. Every word prescribed, every phrase fixed. And yet my years in pastoral care have taught me that in moments of real need, there often is no perfect script. No sentence that removes grief, no formula that dissolves fear, no elegant words that can heal heartbreak, illness, loneliness, or uncertainty. Early in my career, I thought pastoral care was about knowing exactly what to say to ease pain or help folks through difficult situations. But I learned that most sacred moments are not transformed by saying the right words. More often, the holiest thing we can do is simply show up. To sit beside someone in pain, to listen with an open heart and mind, to remain present when life becomes overwhelming, to accompany another person through moments that cannot be fixed, only shared. At these moments, the particular script is less important than simply being present. Which leads me to think that the power of the priestly blessing isn't in the wording itself. The script matters not because it solves suffering or guarantees resolution, but because it obligates presence. The priests are commanded to stand before the people, to lift their hands, to offer themselves as conduits of compassion, grace, and peace. The words create the framework, but the blessing lives in the priest's presence. And yet there is one word in the priestly blessing that trips me up a bit. In the middle blessing it says, Ya'er Adonai panav elecha v'huneka. May God's face shine upon you and be gracious to you. Never mind imagining God's face, but I wonder at asking God to be gracious. I did not grow up using the word in a religious context or understanding its religious meaning. In my experience, gracious implied being hospitable and having good manners. And its root grace belonged more to ballerinas than theology. In Jewish circles, we do not speak about grace very often. Perhaps because the word is strongly associated with Christianity, many of us avoid it. And yet I have come to believe that grace names something essential and very Jewish. Just as gracious comes from grace, the Hebrew word vichuneka, comes from the word chen, grace, tenderness, favor freely given. Not earned, not achieved, given. Rashi connects the word chen to chinam, to something given freely. At the heart of the blessing is the hope that we might encounter a love and compassion larger than what we believe we deserve. I think that the Jewish understanding of grace is different than in Christianity. Christian grace comes from God on account of Jesus. Jewish grace comes from God because we are human, created in God's image, no matter what we think, believe, or are going through. To be blessed is not only to be protected or safe, it is to experience grace. I think that grace is what comes with presence when we encounter someone who is suffering. Being fully present when someone tells them, "You do not need to earn care. You do not need to prove your worthiness to deserve compassion. I am here with you even in your grief, fear, uncertainty, or imperfection." Over these past 4.5 years, I have watched this community practice that kind of grace again and again. I have come to believe that this congregation understands that truth deeply. I have seen people cared for not because they have had everything together, but because they were hurting. I have seen people accompanied through loss without being asked to be strong. I have seen tenderness offered without condition. Again and again, I have watched blessing flow through relationships, through visits and phone calls, through meals quietly delivered, through showing up at a Shiva service without hesitation, through simple actions that demonstrate, "I'm here." I have seen congregants care for one another with extraordinary tenderness and dignity. I have watched people hold each other through illness, loss, fear, and uncertainty with remarkable grace. And I have also seen this community rise to moments that demanded not only grace, but courage. In this congregation, I have witnessed people refuse to turn away from pain or injustice. I have seen this community show up with courage, compassion, and moral clarity. We navigated October 7th and the intensely painful months that followed, holding both grief and humanity with honesty and care. And we also found our voices during the worst of the federal invasion, standing beside our neighbors with wholehearted commitment through networks of connection, resistance, and mobilization, not backing down. Those moments taught me something essential about what it means to be a sacred community. Pastoral care is not only what happens in hospital rooms or private conversations. It is also what happens when a community decides that no one should suffer alone. It is what happens when people accompany one another through fear, uncertainty, and pain, not only as individuals, but collectively. Again and again, I've watched this congregation embody blessing, not only through prayer, but through action. Through showing up, through protecting one another, through refusing indifference, through building relationships strong enough to traverse difficult truths and difficult times. The Torah says to the priests, "Thus shall you bless." Not "thus shall you preach," not "thus shall you solve," not "thus shall you fix," but "thus shall you bless." Blessing is not about preaching, solving, or fixing. It is about becoming a source of care, compassion, presence, courage, and grace for another human being. This community truly embodies blessing. As I prepare to leave this role after 4.5 years, I want to express immense gratitude. And I'll express even more gratitude tomorrow night. Thanks for allowing me into your lives at sacred and vulnerable moments. Thank you for trusting me with your stories, your fears, your joys, your losses, and hopes. Thank you for your presence. It has been a profound privilege to walk beside you. And I leave with deep confidence in this community because I know the blessings will continue. You will continue showing up for one another. You will continue carrying each other through difficult days. You will continue creating holiness through kindness, generosity, compassion, and courage. The priestly blessing concludes with the words, "May God grant you peace." Peace does not always mean the absence of pain. Sometimes peace is the knowledge that we do not face pain alone. Sometimes peace is simply the presence of another person beside us. May this community continue to be a source of that peace for one another. And may we all continue to become vessels for blessing through our words, our presence, our courage, our compassion, and our love. Shabbat Shalom.
You are a blessing. Thank you so much. Filled up with your beautiful Torah, Rabbi Stiefel, we're going to offer community blessings. And I'm just going to remind us, I think all of us, I don't know, many of us, those of us who have been lucky enough to get to learn with you and be accompanied by you and laugh with you, I think we're experiencing likely a depth of bittersweet appreciation and wishing that we could have you for longer, and also just so much gratitude that we got to learn with you and be accompanied by you in this way. Yesher koach for your years of being a blessing for many more. So I'm going to invite us, please, we'll turn to our blue sheets. We'll bless each other. You're invited to give yourself a little hug. If you want to draw closer to the people that you came with or the people sitting near you, just to remember that you're not alone. And this act of receiving blessings and being blessings is both deeply personal and also a collective act. Amalach hagoel oti, Amalach hagoel oti mikol ra, yevarech et hane'arim, v'karev bahem shemi, v'shem avotai, v'shem avotai, Avraham v'Yitzchak, v'yidgul harov, v'yidgul harov b'kerev haaretz. Yitzimchem Elohim kisara kerivka, kerachel ucheleya, כפריים וכי מנשה, יברכך אדוני וישמרך, יאר אדוני פניו אליך ויחונקה, יישא אדוני פניו אליך וישם לך שלום. יללי, יללי, the blessings is offered by our Zoom minion, our Makol minion. May we keep showing up for each other. May all humans recognize that we are brothers and sisters, not enemies, not commodities. And let us have the wisdom and courage to stand up for the dignity of each other as we are all imbued with God's divinity. May we share Torah with each other. May we find peace and strength amongst each other even when words fail us. May we feel grace. May we continue to give thanks to those who show up with phone calls, etc., to help others. May we continue to act for justice. May we never let our own presumed shortcomings stop us from giving the gift of presence. May we find our spirit floating freely in the current, especially after it's been caught up in the rocks. May we know that our simple presence is enough. Ken yehi ratzon, Yesher Koach Zum Minyan. We'll turn together to page 284. We'll rise and root. Vahashevota elevavecha ki Adonai hu Elohim Vahashevota elevavecha ki Shekhinah hi Elohim v'nemar v'haya Adonai lemelech al kol haaretz bayom hahu Adonai echad u'shemo echad. You may be seated. So we take time now to offer Kadisha Tom, Mourner's Kaddish, and it's the tradition of our community to pause in this time to sing Oseh Shalom in recognition that people continue to be killed and be threatened by the machinery of war in desperate and escalating ways across this planet, but we're aiming our energy Israel-Palestine to the whole region. And I'm returning. We didn't stop this practice after the so-called ceasefire. We have been continuing to sing Oseh Shalom and to breathe and to rage, recognizing that people have continued to die in Gaza from hunger, as well as the continued military presence, that people have continued to die in Lebanon, the West Bank, in Iran, all around the region. And we breathe for all of the people who are afraid. And I'm today returning to this practice. I'm holding in my mind's eye specifically Netanyahu's threat to occupy more of Gaza, to over 7% of Gaza, and also to continue the invasion of Lebanon, the exhaustion and the determination to continue to work for liberation and safety, for peace for all peoples on those lands, to recognize that our bodies, though separated from miles, are bound up in accountability. Oseh Shalom Bimroma Uyaseh Shalom Aleinu Ve'al Kol Yisrael Ve'al Kol Yoshvei Tevel Yaseh Shalom Yaseh Shalom Shalom Aleinu Ve'al Kol Yisrael Yaseh Shalom Yaseh Shalom Shalom Aleinu Ve'al Kol Yoshvei Tevel Himru Amen. So, you feel like running?
Yeah.
Rabbi Steve at the beginning of the service was like, can I be the microphone runner? So we're in a season of Shloshim. We're in a season of the first 30 days since the death of Marilyn Jacobs, mother of Julie Jacobs.
So this is, I've told many stories about my mom, and this I've only shared with one person, but I mean, in Minneapolis, other people have heard it. But my mom was the president of her synagogue, and at the time, there was a woman who had been working in the office for a number of years, and they had no proof, but people knew that she was in charge of petty cash, and she was stealing it. Not all of it, but it ended up being a lot of money. My mom told me that she walked up to this woman's desk and said, I don't even know her name, she said, "We know you've been doing this. It's time for you to pack up and go." And the woman didn't question her. They had no proof, so she could have. She didn't question her. She packed up her things and she left the office and the grounds of the synagogue. That's assertiveness. Yes, thank you.
Esther Leahy, aunt of Miriam Weinstein.
I'm going to stand up so you can all see the T-shirt I'm wearing. First of all, I'll tell you that my aunt died earlier this month at the age of 99, the last of her generation, and which meant the closing of a major book in our family life. But we shared many things. Most of all, we shared her daughter, who was my cousin and who is like a sister to me. And we shared a love of birds and birding. And this is my Aunt Esther's T-shirt. I asked my cousin to get something for me out of her dresser. So this is in memory of my Aunt Esther.
That's sweet.
Kaden Metzger, cousin of Linnea Peterson, and Jules Goldstein, father of Leah Goldstein Moses.
I don't know if that one's on.
Is it not so much on? No, it's on. Okay,
That's better.
great. So Robin Berkowitz Alvarez, sister of Shay Berkowitz. Patricia Barnett Cooper, mother of Kenyon Barnett, mother-in-law of Carly Gershon, and grandmother of Lior Tanabe. Corky Becker, uncle of Julie Jacobs.
So yeah, my Uncle Corky and my mom were siblings. They were only a couple years apart, and they were very, very close. In the family where my mom grew up, they all called her sister. Her name was Sister Becker. And Corky and Sister were very, very close friends.
George Brand, father of Martha Brand.
Martha's dad was a quirky guy, a very successful corporate lawyer who liked to hang out with one of his buddies, a policeman in Detroit.
Ken Cooper, brother of Elaine Rudick. Thank you, Rabbi Stephen.
My brother Ken was, well, first of all, I was one of his 4 older sisters, so you can imagine, poor Ken. And then after him, there was one more, and he was probably so thankful that he finally had a brother. But anyway, I'm not sure that he thought that. But as we got older, and as Ken had problems with health and other things, the sisters it was really a good group, a good support group for him, and it turned out to just be wonderful. How everybody worked, the people who lived closer to him, how they worked together to help him through so many things, and I think it turned out to be a blessing. My brother was there as well, but right now I'm just speaking about the sisters. So yeah, he had a hard time, but I was really grateful that he had all this good support. Thank you.
Nina Cottle, mother of Richard Cottle. Sam Gershon, grandfather of Steve. Robert Goldstein, father of Devorah. David Vogel Kerman, grandfather of Sarah Knautz. Richard Colian, grandfather of Jazzy DeMeglio. Samuel Lobel, grandfather of Jessica Cohen. David Morris, friend and mentor of Hector Trostel. Joy Nemiroff, mother of Rabbi Kathy Nemiroff. Ray Pleasant, grandfather of Taylor. Frances Posnack, sister of Peter Berman. Rose Ratner, grandmother of Jay Lieberman. Billy Rose, partner of Tamar Gedalia. Max Rosenthal, grandfather of Nancy Abramson. Eileen Silver, mother of Laura. Laverne Snetting, father of Donna. Henry Lorenzi Sojourner, father of Aaron. Sidney Spearer, father of Jody. Jeannie Steinberg Marver, sister of Nancy Abramson. Ozzie Stern, father of Mike. Shirley Swerdlick, mother of Deborah Goodlaxon.
It was really wonderful. Rabbi Stiefel was my mom's hospice rabbi over at Reutenberg and would sit with her, and I think you wrote some things down for her. And Mom was very creative, but she didn't get a lot of outlet for her creativity as we were growing up. She was raising 5 kids and working full time, but one thing she did when we were young, and I think she did it because of Christmas trees. I think she felt that maybe we were feeling bad because we didn't have a Christmas tree. I don't recall that ever happening. But she decided that she would make a lollipop tree. And so it was small on a little table, and she had like a skating rink going around the tree, and she had these little pipe cleaner skaters with little muffs going around the tree. And honestly, I don't remember ever getting a lollipop off of it. Maybe I did, but that was our mom. So.
Alan Weinblatt. Oh,
This year, I'm Amy Swerdlick. I'm Deborah's sister. This year, I felt was really profound because our mother died on Wednesday, May 27th, and this year, Wednesday, May 27th, this was on a Wednesday.
Alan Weinblatt, Gloria Weinblatt's husband and Shir Tikva's founding member. Mildred Weiss, mother of Kate.
My mom was very insightful, and she had a way of putting very complicated advice into like a few common sense words, and she was always right.
Norman Wersan, father of Ellen, and Margie Yancey, grandmother of Samuel Forsyth. I also want to pause and honor Khalid Abdi, our neighbor in Shakopee, who was murdered on May 27th. Do you want to say anything?
I met Khalid at the Capitol. He's a field rep for AFSCME, and I'm a retired AFSCME steward. And I only had one interaction with him, but he was just so sweet and so kind. I mean, you could tell that he just cared about people, and I was really stunned by his death and all the people that I know who were close to him.
I wonder if there are other people who are remembering loved ones who'd like to share names and stories.
My grandfather, Tony Cardarella, passed away at the end of last month. I was the first grandchild, and I remember he taught me how to fish for the first time, and he taught me how to play t-ball. And yeah, I miss him.
I'll invite the community please to rise on page 294 and offer a Kadisha Tom. You may be seated. I'm going to invite Emma and AR to come join us here on the bima to offer some announcements.
That way everybody can see us. Hi, my name's AR.
I'm Emma.
We have some announcements for you. Thank you for being with us tonight. It's such a joy to be together. At the end of the service, please return the prayer books to our usher table. And please separate your song sheets from the cedar ream.
I would like to thank everybody who made tonight possible. First and foremost, all of you, our beloved congregant members and our community, but also, of course, our rabbis, both of you. Thank you so much. Our prayer leaders for the beautiful songs tonight. Thank you to our AV people, Ethan and Daniel. I really appreciate all of your work. Angelo and the Makominium, Julie Jacobs, Lori Sweet, and again, all of your beloved faces. Thank you to us for ushering, and of course to Security for their steady presence.
Find all of our Shir Tikva programming updates in our weekly e-news and on our website. Next week's Shabbat services will be masked required. If this isn't the best fit for you, please join our friends on Zoom.
Don't you think they should be on the radio or something? I mean, oh my gosh, put a microphone in front of them and it's just fantastic. And I get to benefit from that voice all of the time. How lucky am I? Okay, my portion, it's gala time. You've heard that come up a few times in tonight's service. The gala is tomorrow night. The time is upon us. We hope to see you there. And by there, I mean right here in our beautiful, newly renovated hardwood floors outside synagogue. So grab a ticket and come ready to open to joy together. There will be dancing, there will be celebrating, there will be merriment of all kinds, and who couldn't use a little more merriment in their lives?
Next Sunday is Shir Tikva's annual meeting. Join us at noon.
My portion is a little more exciting. We are looking ahead to the midterms this fall, midterm elections, that is. You can come to a Monarcha Democracy Defense training here at Shir Tikva on June 14th at 3 p.m. That is hosted by Unidos. The training will cover practical steps that we can all take to ensure that every citizen can cast their ballot safely. So, if you'd like to be a part of that, come June 14th at 3 p.m. and also check out everything that Monarcha and Unidos are still doing for our community.
If you're available and able, please help Angelo clear all the chairs to stack in the back room at the end of tonight's service. We'd be so grateful.
As a reminder, as always, we and all of us together as a community are here to support you. So please reach out to our rabbis if you encounter a life change of any kind. They would be more than happy to activate the Shir Tikva network of support. That is all for us, your duo of entertainment. I will pass it back over to the rabbi. Thank you.
Beautiful. Yesher koach, you too. And if you think making announcements looks like fun, sign up to be an usher. That's all it takes. But yesher koach, you two make it look easy. So can I just invite the whole community to say Toda Rabbah to Rabbi Stiefel? Toda Rabbah. Thank you so much, beloved Rabbi. Thank you for your Torah. I cannot wait to celebrate you tomorrow. We're going to bless the grape juice. Are you ready? Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam borei peri hagafen. Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam asher kishanu b'mitzvotav v'ratzavanu v'shabbat kodsho b'ahavot hu yom techila lemikra kodesh zecher litziat Mitzrayim kivanu bacharta ve'otanu kidashta im kol ha'amim v'shabbat kodshecha be'ahava u'beratzon Inchaltanu Baruch et Adonai Mekadesh HaShabbat L'chaim Baruch et Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam Hamotzi lechem min haaretz b'tei avon. Another gorgeous challah by Luna. Yesher koach to Luna. Shabbat will close in song.
Shabbat Shalom.